So traders, the futures markets are getting hit quite hard. And I want to say to you, stay calm and stay calm and stay calm. I want to share something with you that's on the charts right now. I'm looking at the futures markets right now. Obviously, the futures, everything's getting hit quite hard. I do want to share something with you, okay? I believe this is actually a great buying opportunity that's happening right now. There's a little bit of short-term flush, but right now, guys, yeah, anyway, let's get straight into it, guys. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, so the reason why I'm doing this video right now, because I guarantee you there's going to be so many people. Now, firstly, I do say there was one particular gentleman that I spoke to, and I spoke to him about a month ago, and he was leveraged long all the US indices. And I spoke to him on the phone, and I ended a video, and I said to him, my recommendation for you is to minimize that risk to only one position, because once they all get hit, they're all going to get hit pretty hard. Anyway, so I wanted to share something with you guys that I think is really important to understand. Stay calm. There is going to be, I really believe there's going to be a massive rebound right now. A massive rebound is coming. This is a short-term little shake and bake, okay, guys? Short-term shake and bake. This is what happens in a big bull market. I'm chopping at the bits to go long this market, guys, okay? I'm chopping at the bits. Now, actually, I already am long. I'm actually long the Russell right now, by the way. I'm still long the Russell right now. So we'll see. I may have to get out soon, but I'm not out yet. Again, I'm going to be in this for a while now. So, but the thing is this, guys. Okay, the thing is this. I'm not really worried about the Russell. I really am not. Okay, we'll see what actually happens over the next few months. But I want to share something with you. Right? The Nasdaq is actually getting hit really hard. Right? The Nasdaq has actually come down to where it's actually finding support. I was actually watching this just recently, trying to find an entry signal or something like that recently now. So. Anyway, I'll just get to this. So this is the Nasdaq getting hit quite hard. Now, as we know, this is the AI bubble. This is the AI bubble, right? Just having a little bit of deflation, right? A little bit of deflation. But looking at these futures, these are the futures markets. Obviously we'll see what actually happens when the actual stock market opens up. But I'm doing this right now. You know, this is obviously early morning for America. This is late afternoon for me here in Australia, and I'm doing this because guess what's likely to happen, right? Guess what's likely to happen? We still are, and I know this sounds crazy, guys. I know that sounds like absolute crazy, but we still are above the... Check this out. I know this sounds pretty crazy, guys, right? This is the low here. So we still are above this low here, right? Still are above this low here. On the Nasdaq. Now, if this is going to be some sort of topping pattern, we will get if this is the start of a really big downward move, we will get a really big, significant move on the downside, but we're going to get at least a 50% retracement. If this is the top in the overall stock market, we're not just going to keep going straight down. Yes, this is happening with Japan and so on and so forth, but traders, please relax, okay? Please relax. Now, the other way, like I'm long this market right now, right? I'm long this market right now. I'm long a couple of positions right now. I'm not freaking out. Why? If the whole world goes belly up, my account is only down 10%. Do you guys realize that? So this is the way that, firstly, I'm saying this to you because this is what's allowing me to stay calm, make good decisions, right? Because I'm in two positions right now. I've got 5% of my account on both of these trades is 10%, right? So 10% of my account right now is in these markets, and I am long these markets. I'm long options, right? So if the whole world goes belly up and these options go to zero, which is not going to happen, right? Because like my Russell options right now are in December. So I'm trying to share with you that, firstly, if you are really emotional right now, you're probably trading way too much of your account. I know the worst case scenario for me is my options go to zero, which is not going to happen, right? Again, one of my options expires in about a month and a half, and my other option expires at the end of the year, right? So even if my options completely expire worthless, I've still got 90% of my account there. So, and I've had a really good year, right? So that's 90% of my entire account. So the purpose of me saying this to you is that if this is going to be the top in the stock market, And this is going to be top in the Nasdaq. Guess what's going to happen first? We are going to do this, right? We're not just going to keep going straight down. This is a great buying opportunity, guys, right? Great buying opportunity. So I'm doing this here. What's going to happen is this. Now we've come down to here on the Nasdaq. All right, from the high to the low. What we want to see is what happens over the next few weeks. This big drop in the Nasdaq, right? Now, I believe this whole thing here has got to do with the AI stuff, right? We knew the AI was getting really bubbly, right? There's a lot of AI, right? A lot of things going on with the AI stuff. So what comes next? Because if we do, and this, I'm going to go from the high to low. This is what you'll be watching for. Is this the top of the stock market? First, we're going to get a bounce. There's going to be a bounce here soon, guys. Now, I don't know if it's going to be today, tomorrow, maybe end of the week. Like, I don't know, right? I don't know. But what we want to do is we want to stay calm, right? Let's stay calm. Now, if you are really heavily loaded up in leveraged instruments right now, such as options, like heavily, like we're talking 50% of your account or something like that, yeah, you're probably freaking out right now, and this is going to be a really big, hard lesson for you, and you're probably going to be freaking out, can't wait to get out of these options, and because a lot of emotions there, right? I have learned the hard way not to be leveraged too much in these markets. I've just learned that, right? And if things go wrong, I'm protected, right? I'm protecting my account, but when things go right and I can pick up a good 3, 4, 500% return, then things go well, right? So looking at this level through here, guess what? If this is going to be the top, we will do what? We'll come up through here. So there's probably going to be a really strong bounce out of the Nasdaq. And this is the area when we do get a retracement. This is the area here, the 19,000 level. If it doesn't hold here, if it holds here, and we do something like this, and we do something like that, then yes, we know the top's in, and we're probably going to see a lot more downside to come. But until that happens, guys, until that happens, it's okay, right? It's okay. Don't freak out. Now, again, if you are freaking out right now and you're worried about what's happening in the futures markets, you are leveraged long too much. And this is, if you are too risked in these markets, because you just focus on these markets going up, and you are like that, then guess what? When it comes down to this whole thing that's happening right now in the markets, this is a really good lesson for you to make sure that if you are going to get into positions, just make sure you got, and this is one thing I love about options, right? I love options. Why? 10% of my account's in the market with options, and I can't lose any more that's in the markets right now. So the worst case scenario is I lose 10% of my account. By the way, I've made a lot of profit on my account, so that's 10% of my entire account now. If I did do that, I still have a really big, large profit there. Do you see what I'm saying here, right? This allows me to stay calm, and then allows me to make good decisions. And then a month now, 2 months from now, I'm back in the profit again, and so on and so forth. But the thing is this is what will happen. We'll probably get a bounce. All right, we'll probably get a bounce. We'll get a bit of stabilizing soon. We'll probably get a bounce. And when we get the bounce, is the 50% level going to hold? If not, if we get something like this, like a ricochet rabbit like that through August into September, well, guess what? This little shake and bake was about the, that's all it is there. So that's what I'll say there on the Nasdaq. Now, put this in. I want you to put this into perspective here, okay? Put this into perspective here. And again, I know. Again, I'm doing this video because I'm trying to get my little soldiers out there, right? You guys that follow me, firstly, thank you. And secondly, I'm doing this video. I'm just trying to do this video to try to keep you calm about what's really going on and what's happening and what we should watch out for. Now, let's put this into perspective on the S&P 500. Let me take off the moving average here for a minute, right? And I want you to look at this here. So what has the S&P 500 done so far? It has what? From the high to the low, we have done what? We've done like just under 9% so far. Is that right? Let me go to this one here. This is just under a 9% here. What's that low to high? Oh, it's about. What am I doing wrong here? I don't know. Okay, what is that? It's a 9% drop. Okay, cool. 9% drop down through there. Now, the reason why I'm bringing that up through here is check this out. Do you realize this here, right? Let's go back to here. Now, I know this doesn't sound like much here, but look at this here. From the high of this point through here to the low of the point was what? It was 10%, right? So that high of the point, this was in the COVID boom, right? There was a 10% drop through here that lasted a good couple of months, and then we took off again, right? What was this drop through here? From the high down to the low. That was a 6% drop, okay? And then we did go into a bear market, right? But remember, if you watched my earlier video that I did today, guess what? Higher low, there's probably going to be a high low here, right? Now look at this here. What was this point through here? What was this? How much was this? There to there. What was that? A 10% drop. So the market's doing this, right? This is just a normal, healthy rhythm of the market. If you go look at any really big bull market, and again, you'll get these really, like this point, look at this here, from there to there. Hey, easy, Tiger. All right, that maximum from high to low was 11% before it bottomed. This one here, from there to there, 7%, right? Let's keep going through here, right? What about this point through here? We started the big bull market through here and we went down and we actually dropped what? 7% through there, right? What about this bull market? What about this big bull market through here? From there to there was what? Around about just under 10%. So I hope you can see what I'm saying here, right? Like if we go through these periods from here to here, what was that? That was a maximum of 14% there, right? From that high point down to that low point, 14%. But you can see that was absolutely maximum there. And then, but we closed around, you can see that closing point of this chart here is around that 11% there. Make sense? What about this point from here to here? 10%. So the purpose of me saying this, guys, is that if you are watching the YouTube land right now and the articles and the news, you are getting sucked into what's happening right now. And you're really, really, really getting, again, if you're leveraged long right now, okay? If you're leveraged long right now and you've got a lot of money in the market, you're probably freaking out and you're going to make a lot of really bad decisions right now, emotional decisions right now. And then at the end of August, the end of September, you're going to look back at this time and say, oh my goodness, look at me. This is where, guys, not getting your emotions in. This is where trying to do whatever you can to not get your emotions involved with what's going on right now and freaking out, but just seeing what it really is, right? This is just a normal, healthy correction out of the S&P 500, out of the Nasdaq, right? We saw what's happened with the Nasdaq, right? And we see what's happened through here. And again, if you do need some help with this, guys, and you are freaking out, then you might be a good fit. You might be a good fit for my coaching program, right? Where you can come with me, and I can share with you, traders. Over the last 20 years, I've blown up so many trading accounts. I was $250,000 in debt at one stage, and I was about to quit because I had no idea. I had no idea how to control my risk, control my emotions. I would get in at the wrong time. If the market went against me, I'd freak out and I'd get out at the wrong time. And I'd make all these really bad decisions. And it took me so many years. Over the last 20 years of figuring this game out. And that's what I do as a coach, right? So if you are struggling right now, guys, and you are freaking out, then go fill out that application form. There should be a link in the description there. And I'll be happy to call you. And you might be actually a good fit. And I know I can actually help you out. But the number one thing I'm doing right now, I know I've got a live session with my coaching clients tomorrow, and I've got a coaching session with my coaching clients, and this is what I'm going to be talking to them about. This here as well too, is don't get so sucked into the media, right? If you are just watching media after media after media, and again, I'm doing this video for my soldiers out there, right? For my Johnny House soldiers out there, and what you're seeing right now, guys, this is just that this generally happens once a year. Right? When did it happen in 2023? It actually happened twice in 23, didn't it? From there to there. Look at that. Do you realize that? Look at that there. That was almost a 10% drop from that point there. Right? This happens at least once a year. Don't freak out. Right? Stock market futures are down. This point from here to here, that was down 11%, and then bam. So this happens generally at least once a year when all this happens and people freak out and the top's in, the stock market crash, and here we go. And suddenly you freak out and we get so sucked into the short-term media with all our emotions, and then we get wrapped up about, oh my goodness, that's all over, right? And especially if you're looking at especially right now, if you're looking at the Japan market, right? Japan. Right, if you're looking at Japan market right now, and you're seeing that the market is absolutely just absolutely just falling off a cliff. If you're looking at that right now, you are absolutely just freaking out, right? You're freaking out. Just, guys, again, please, I'm trying to do this to really help you guys because I know I've been for so many times traders myself. Back, do you guys remember Brexit? Can you leave a comment section below? Do you guys, if you guys have been around the markets long enough, do you guys remember the Brexit days? You remember Brexit? Right? What was Brexit? Brexit was this. Let me see. I'm not sure if, will it actually allow me to show you? We'll see this here. When was Brexit? When did Brexit happen? Was it here? I don't know. The futures markets were down like 7% in one day. And guess what ended up happening? Right? Futures markets were down 7% in one day. And when the US market opened up, futures markets were down 7% in one day. One day. They were down, but that was the futures markets. But by the time the actual US market opened up, that's the cash, it opened up and then had a really big up day. So this is just a short-term little freaky, shaky, bakey. It's happening right now, guys. Okay, guys? And again, when was Brexit? When did Brexit happen, guys? Again, please leave a comment in the comment section below right now. If you can, please. And let me know, were you around when Brexit was happening? I wonder when, this is where it was right here. Was that it there? Was that it there? No, that was when Trump was being elected, right? When did Brexit happen? I'm pretty sure, or was it through here? You know what? Okay, so Brexit happened 1st of February 2020. 1st of February 2020. 2020? Was it 2020? 1st of February 2020. But it happened. But the referendum was before that, wasn't it? 1st of February 2020 at 10 a.m. When did Brexit happen in 2016? Oh, there you go. Here we go. On 2016 referendum. Let's actually go back to that chart through there because I know 2016. When was that? That must have been here. I'm just trying to look through. Oh, it's just maybe this was it here. Maybe this 2016. Was it June 2016? The referendum was happening June 2016. This is the bit through here. So look at this here, right? This was the Brexit right here. I wonder how much of a drop was that? It was only a 6% drop, right? Look at this here, and then boom, took off. And then when Brexit happened, and then Trump became elected, and the market then just went into a big messy bull market, right? So the moral of this story right now, as I'm going through these charts right now, the moral of the story right now, guys, is that I really want you to, one, if you got a lot of money, this is going to be a big lesson for you. If this has the potential of wiping out your account, you know you're risking way too much. Again, this is one of the reasons why I love trading options. Why? Because when I'm right, I can make a good 50%, 100% return on my options. And if I jump on a really good trade, I can pick up a good 500% return. And with 10% of my account in the markets, I can pick up a good 40% growth in my account. But when I'm wrong and I got 10% in the markets, guess what? I only lose 10%. Now again, that's when the options go to zero. The option's not going to go to zero because I got so much time value in there. I hope you get what I'm trying to say here. I've just learned so much. And again, that's what I'm plugging my coaching program, guys, because this is what I do as a coach. I allow to shine some light. And even if you're not part of the actual coaching, I want to really share this with you to show you what's really going on and what we're going to expect. This market right now, traders, this market right now is dropping, and we may get a little bit more downside of the come, especially out of the S&P 500, right? Because remember, from the top to bottom here, that was a 10% drop. It's almost over. This is almost over in the markets here, right? And what I mean by almost over is that from there to there is 9%. We're getting very, 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 very close, guys, to finding a really big, significant turning point, and the slingshot move is going to blow you out of the water.